Hey y'all, I remembered the other stuff that I was gonna say. I think that comment about that dude calling me a cunt, because I was mad. Woo, I was so mad that day. Totally made me forget because I started getting mad again. What I wanted to go back and say about the whole Gaza and Hamas and Israel thing is that I want to make it clear. I understand that folks still catch a lot of hell for being Jews. I get that part. That's not something that I'm unaware of. And in fact, I have five sets of grandparents growing up, 5 grandmas. I hung out with them more than my grandpas, but I still hung out with my grandpas too. That's a whole nother story. One of my grandpas gave me a razor to play with, like a shavy thing, because he thought I wanted to play shavy, which I did, but he didn't take the razor blades out. What was he trying to do? Anywho, my great-grandmother, Rosetta Kellum, was a very, very fair-skinned woman. And my Aunt Rice, I never met her. I just always heard stories about her. But they would pass as white. My great-grandmother was born in 1913. And I ain't mad at her. Because back in them days, if I could have passed and had an easier life and made it easier for my family, I'd have done it too. Well, they would buy land because it was easier for a white woman to buy land than a black man or a black woman. So they did that. And I don't know how my grandma heard about this or what the hell was going on. I think she was born in 1913. I could be getting my facts all wrong and shit, but I know she was my great-grandma. And, you know, I never asked her age or nothing because you don't ask old black ladies too much or nothing. Anywho, the family story is that they sponsored these Jews running to, you know, get out of harm's way, and they sponsored them to come to America and said that they were going to have them be their farmhands. They didn't. They moved them into the projects with everybody else and let them folks, you know, do their thing. So I've always grown up with a healthy respect for Jewish folks and their struggles. I think a lot of black people have, especially older black people, because Jews were the slaves in the Bible, and so that's how we identified with them. I think nowadays, the younger generation, folks in my generation, if they're political at all, probably identify a little bit more with the Palestinian struggle, because that kind of look like our shit now, you know? And so I think that's something to note and something to really, you know, them motherfuckers need to get it together. I mean, for real. I mean, they just need to realize, look, they gonna have to live together. They did it centuries ago. I mean, I have a little bit of knowledge about the whole Palestinian situation and what's going on in the Middle East. A little teeny tiny bit more than the average American, but not a whole bunch. I just, you know, read some books by Edward Said, but that don't make me no damn expert or nothing. But I do pay attention. And I do know that they've always lived together, because there's references to their buildings and stuff in the Bible. And I mean, the buildings and the the Temple Mount and you know, one of their holy, I keep saying they because I didn't get my shit right and my headband's crooked. Muslims have holy buildings there, and so do the Jews. So they need to figure out some shit, because this is dumb. This is bullshit. They need to go on and live together. Everybody need a homeland. Everybody. Jews, Muslims, Americans, all of us. So anywho, that's what I wanted to say about that. I totally was forgetting about all that stuff, and it just really needs to be said anyhow. So anywho, there's that. I gotta go to work in a little bit. What else? Besides, I still look fabulous. Oh, look what I'm reading. That's what I wanted to talk about. I'm reading this book right here. Can you see it? It's called The Initiate Brother. It's by Sean Russell. You can't see that little monk right there. He's floating in the air. And ever since I was a little kid, I wanted to be a Buddhist monk. Probably that's why I like orange so damn much. My sister would always get the TV on Saturday, and she loved Elvis and Bruce Lee. And so they would always have these Bruce Lee, like, it was called Kung Fu Theater. And I could watch cartoons, but Kung Fu Theater came on. You had to cut that shit off because she was the oldest and she had control of the TV. And we only had one TV in the whole damn house. So I grew up watching a lot of Kung Fu, and I liked it anyway. But I always wanted to be a Shaolin monk, because to me, all they did was read all day and do karate, kicked ass, and took names. And so I really grew up wanting to be a Shaolin monk, and instead I opted for Buddhist. But I've been Buddhist since I was 6 years old, so it's not like, you know. And I was so mad because I kept waiting for them motherfuckers to teach us to some goddamn karate, some kung fu, some shit. And we had priests too, in robes and everything. And I was like, waiting. I got so mad. I practice the Buddhism Nichiren Daishonin, and we say Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. That's our mantra. Anyhow, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But anywho, that's one of my biggest. I always wanted to be a Shaolin monk. I probably still do a little bit. Maybe next lifetime. Who knows? Who knows? And another thing that I'm going to read, one of my New Year's resolutions was to read everything by Octavia Butler. And I've read a lot of her stuff already, but it's been a long time, so I kind of forgot. So I'm going to start with The Parable of the Talents. And in her Imago series, the book that I read, it was on the cover, it was this woman who looked white. She was white, but in the book, she's obviously a black lady. I mean, and so part of the reason why they did that, because I think that was published like in the 70s or something, is they wanted to sell more science fiction books, you know, and they didn't think that people would read science fiction written by or about black people. Remember that episode of Deep Space Nine when, what's his name? Avery Brooks was writing science fictions in the 50s, and they told him the same damn shit. Look at this cover now. This girl is obviously black. Obviously black. You know, thank you. Fucking thank you. People will read our damn stories because it's an American story, just like anybody else's shit. And look, this one too, this is the first one. Obviously black right there. Okay, that could be Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans could be black too, sometimes. Anyhow, I'm just happy that the covers look like the people that they're about, because I write science fiction for youth adults, and my main character is a little obviously black girl, you know, and I want my cover art to look like black people and not have to disguise them as white people so that everybody can read them, because I think that's I think it's a little well, not misleading, but I think it's offensive. I mean, you know, white people gotta have white covers just so that, you know, they can read a book. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. So, I mean, a lot of white women like Terry McMillan, and everybody up in her books be black. So, you know, Waiting to Exhale, the movie, that wasn't all black people going to see that. You know how Stella got her groove back? That wasn't all us. We don't make up that much of a population to go, unless we was all going seeing them movies over and over and over again, which I seriously doubt. So anyhow, y'all find me a publisher. I guess you should probably hear my shit first, huh? That means I gotta get busy, and I gotta get to writing. What else? I had a whole bunch of other stuff to say, but I don't want to keep making long videos because I do need to get ready to go to work. But I'm already ready. I ain't putting no makeup on. I already got deodorant. Took my bath last night, my shower. My hair's still fabulous. I'm still fly. Ew, I gotta quit snorting snot. Isn't that gross? Anyhow, that's what I'm doing. It's been a couple of days. I shouldn't have left you without some nieces and nephews. Anyway, I've been listening to Timbaland and Magoo a lot lately. All right, y'all. Have an awesome, awesome morning. I will see you guys pretty soon. Probably too soon, because I got the laptop again. I got the laptop again. She took it from me for a couple of days. Well, she didn't take it from me because it is hers. So, hey, baby. This is one of my dogs. He came over here. You can't see him because he's short and small. I call him Jabba the Pup. Oh, wait. There's his little head. There's his tail. Hi, Marley. Hi, Marley. And one of my cats is walking around yelling at me because he wants breakfast. And I was like, it ain't my turn. He's looking at me right now, cutting his eyes at me. Hi, Doobie. Wani, come here. Maybe he'll come. If he gets here fast enough, you can see him. Come here. Come here, Wani. Come here. Get out the way. Come here, Wani. Come over here by Mama. Come here. Come here. Come here. Look at the people. Look at the people on YouTube. He's like, what the fuck do you want? Look at the people. Lift your big head up. He's an Akita Great Day dress. Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you. This little one right here keep getting in his way because he's a herder and he's jealous. Buddy's mama called last night. Y'all ain't never gonna see Buddy because he going to a whole new home. But we're gonna go get him out of jail on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. I'm so excited that he doesn't have to die. So yay, yay. Buddy's got a new home and he'll be there and he'll be happy. And that's that. And I'm going to work. Ow. I think I'm about to start my period or something. My boobs are a little sore. Just a little bit, but don't they look great? I think they do. It's a wonderful bra. TJ Maxx, ladies. TJ Maxx. Really good bras for not a whole bunch of money. Okay, gotta go. Bye.